Okay, so we're diving back into the AI world today, ready to unpack some pretty fascinating updates you flagged from the AI Daily News Digest, March 26, 2025. A lot to cover, so let's just jump right in.
Sounds good.
First up, seems like we've got a new champion in the AI model arena.
Yeah, looks like Gemini 2.5 Pro is making some serious waves topping the LMarena leaderboard.
Uh-huh, and from what I'm seeing, it's not just the slight edge, it's blowing past the competition, including Grok 3, by a pretty substantial margin.
That's right, and what's really interesting is the connection to Noam Shazir, his work on flash thinking.
Right, right, the
Yeah,
efficiency stuff.
exactly. It makes you wonder if some of those principles are baked into this new Gemini model.
Could be a game changer, right? If those architectural shifts are what's driving this performance leap. I mean, think about it. The AI community is already buzzing, labeling it SOTOTA state of the art. That's a pretty big deal.
Definitely, and you know what else caught my eye? And the digest mentions this Pro version dropped before a potential Flash version. Kind of strange, right?
Yeah, you'd think they'd lead with the speedier option.
Yeah. Unless they're testing the waters with the Pro, first gathering data before they unleash the Flash variant. Who knows?
Fascinating stuff. Okay, let's pivot a bit. Talk image generation, always a hot topic. And it looks like GPT-4o is about to shake things up with its native image generation capabilities.
Big time. Even Sam Altman's calling it an incredible technology and product. And when Altman gets excited, it's got to be good.
And from the early reports, seems like it's living up to the hype, much better image quality, especially in areas that have traditionally been tough for AI, like rendering text within images and creating realistic-looking people.
Huge improvements there. And just imagine the possibilities creating stickers, images for 3D printing. It's like AI is breaking free from the screen.
That's what it feels like. But hold on, there's a little caveat. Some users are reporting these overzealous edits, like the AI tweaking facial features without permission.
Yeah, it's a bit concerning. You want the AI to be a tool, not a dictator. Got to find that balance between automation and user control.
Absolutely. Okay. But back to the good stuff. Ditching the separate daily prompts and integrating image generation right into ChatGPT 4o, that's a pretty slick move, right?
Totally. It's all about that seamless workflow, more integrated and multimodal AI, bringing text and images together under one roof.
Love it. All right. Next up on the AI hit list, DeepSeek V3.0324, dubbed the top non-reasoning AI model. Okay, break that down for us. What does that even mean?
So non-reasoning in this context basically means it excels at things like generating text, translating languages, writing code, but maybe not so much the deep thinking, logical reasoning stuff.
Ah, got it. So it's a master of language, but not necessarily a philosopher.
You got it. And here's the kicker. It's crushing it, outperforming both open and closed source alternatives according to artificial analysis.
Whoa, leading the Artificial Analysis Intelligence Index, topping Grok 3, and even a preview version of GPT 4.5. That's impressive.
It really is. And the cool thing is it's available on Hugging Face in GGUF format with different quantization levels so it can run on a wider range of hardware.
So even us non-techie folks can potentially tinker with it.
To an extent, though, keep in mind the larger versions still need a good amount of processing power.
Right. Okay, but this is where it gets weird. When used through DeepSeek's API in Aider, it sometimes claims to be OpenAI's GPT-4. Talk about an identity crisis.
Right. It's like it's got a bit of an AI imposter syndrome going on. Maybe it's over-indexed on GPT-4 data in its training, or maybe it's just trying to fit in with the cool kids. Either way, it's pretty strange.
Definitely. All right, let's shift gears again. The AI Daily News Digest also teased something about figure-walking robots. Not a lot of detail there, but still sparks the imagination, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's
Yeah.
like straight out of science fiction.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's mentioned alongside these other AI advancements speaks volumes about the progress in robotics.
Yeah.
AI isn't just about lines of code anymore. It's about bringing intelligence to the physical world.
Totally, merging the digital and the physical. And that brings us to another challenge for anyone working with these powerful language models, managing their memory, the dreaded context window.
Ah, yes. The bane of every LLM user. You hit those limits, 8,000 tokens for free GPT, even more for the paid versions, and the AI starts forgetting things. Hallucinating information is like trying to cram a whole library into a tiny shoebox.
Painful analogy, but I get it. So what are the workarounds? Are we just stuck with these limits?
Not necessarily. There's some exciting work being done with custom GPTs and external knowledge sources like pulling in info from PDFs on the fly.
Makes sense, basically giving the AI access to a bigger knowledge base without overloading its short-term memory.
Exactly. And for coding, there's a system called Nexus in development, specifically addressing context management in large code bases, aiming to boost code accuracy and keep those token costs down.
Smart. Okay, and then there's this intriguing concept of model context protocols, or MCPs. What's the deal with those?
Well, think of MCPs as standardized ways for LLMs to tap into external information, like triggering a web search and then intelligently weaving those findings into their responses,
Hmm.
basically giving them a more controlled way to expand their knowledge base.
So it's like giving the AI a research assistant.
Pretty much. Okay, last but not least, let's touch on FFN Fusion.
Ta-da.
This sounds like it's all about speed.
Hit me with it.
FFN Fusion stands for Feed Forward Network Fusion, and it's all about optimizing the architecture of LLMs to make them faster. The idea is to parallelize the processing of certain layers within the model. So instead of doing things one after the other, it can crunch data simultaneously.
So like a multi-core processor for AI.
You got it. And the goal is to dramatically reduce response times without sacrificing the quality of the output.
Love it. Efficiency and performance. That's what we like to hear. So there you have it, a whirlwind tour of the AI landscape as of March 26th, 2025. New models, image generation breakthroughs, walking robots, memory management hacks, and a whole lot more.
It's mind-boggling, isn't it? So much happening so fast. What's got you most fired up?
Honestly, for me, it's the sheer momentum, the innovation across the board. It's like AI is hitting an inflection point and becoming more powerful, more versatile, and more integrated into our lives with each passing day.
No doubt. And as we've seen today, it's not just about the technology itself. It's about how we use it, how we manage it, and how we ensure it serves us well.
Couldn't agree more. This is just a glimpse, folks. The AI world is vast and constantly evolving, so keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Exactly. Because who knows what amazing breakthroughs might be just around the corner.
And that's a wrap for today's deep dive.
Until next time.
Stay curious out there.